Hey, what is up, everybody? The Ryouseiken here, coming to you with more Darkest Dungeon. I am so happy to be back, and we are going off of an enormous high. There's probably going to be a lot of death in the coming moments. First off, just going to the ancestors' memoirs here.
Extent of my failings.
Yes, we defeated the first version of the necromancer, but look at how many bosses there are still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 different types of bosses, but they each have 3 different forms. So that's 24 bosses. And then of course there's the final stage. Don't know what that's going to be about. So there's so much more to do. To think that I'm like over 20 videos into this Let's Play, and I've made over a dozen characters based off of actual friends, and to think that I've only beaten 1 out of 24 plus bosses, and I didn't even die from a boss before. I didn't even have my first death from a boss before. So that tells you something. That tells you that this game is so addicting, so replayable, has a lot of hours that can be put behind it. I would even go back to this game for like a second go around even after I beat it, because you know what? Gameplay is just that fun for me. And you can't predict like what quirks you're going to get. You can't predict, when you get somebody from the stagecoach, which combination of abilities and camping skills will they have. I think the most predictable thing might be the base stats, but there's probably a mod out there where you can alter base stats and stuff. God forbid if somebody ever does like the equivalent of the Long War mod, like they add like a whole bunch of classes, more levels, but a lot more like difficult enemies and stuff. I'm done. Like, you might as well not see me for the next month or 2, because I have been loving this game. So here's where we stand. We've defeated a boss. If you go to the embark menu, you can see that we still have another boss, the wizened hag, to deal with. Snapped bones and tanned human hides, the spoor of a vile cannibalistic hag. For all that is good, destroy her. We can still go and fight a boss, but I had one hell of a difficult time fighting with a pretty much fully prepared party and an abundance of items, which ironically enough I didn't need a good portion of them, so I guess I over prepared out of fear. But we're not going to be doing this. We're in fact going to be spending, I don't know when I'll ever do this this mission, but I don't know when I plan to actually do the next boss fight. I want to actually spend some time building up my roster again, getting at least a few more people to level 2. Obviously enough, I need to be careful to not boost up everybody to level 3, because then I won't be able to do this. And I actually have 2 more bosses like this that I'm going to have to focus on as well. I'm guessing that each area, the ruins, the warrens, the weald, and the cove, each have their own boss, and that boss has 3 different forms. And the next one will be like, oh, you should be at least level 2 or level 3 before you tackle it, etc., etc. And once you get to a certain level, you're not able to do lower level missions. So if I have 3 more bosses that I have to defeat that require you to be either level 0, 1, or 2, I'm going to have to be careful with Elendril, with like Destin, etc. That way, the team that I bring in to fight these bosses is capable enough. Do not want to screw myself. So this, pretty much this next bit of content is going to be me going around the hamlet, taking my time, deciding where to put people, how to spend my money, how to upgrade them. I actually took the time to, well, not take the time, I unequipped all the trinkets, that way I would be able to allocate things. I was thinking this would actually be smart to do, since my team changes on the fly. by doing this, I will know what to grab, or I can choose what to grab and not feel like, hey, I wish I had this much more speed. I can already do that. So yeah, I'm working off of enormous amounts of adrenaline. So let's get right down to it. First thing I want to do, boost up my roster because we're at a snag. So this will allow me to increase the size of my roster to 18. 3 more people. Requires 12 deeds and 12 crests. I have plenty of crests. If there's anything that requires deeds, if there's any other buildings that require deeds, they're going to just have to wait. I'll do a bunch of littler missions and hopefully build back up.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
Feels like the volume's lower than usual. Hold on. The volume might have effed up. Hold on, I'm just checking something. No, I think we're good. Just in case. Just tweaking the volume just a little bit. Alright, so I upgraded my stagecoach so I can add more people. I don't want any new occultists or crusaders. I could get a new grave robber, but as good as the grave robber is, I kind of want to wait until I can get another Vestal. Another Vestal and maybe another Man of War. I really want a Hellion. I know I haven't gotten all the classes yet, but the Hellion has just been out of my reach. Oh, right, and I also wanted to take a moment to tell you guys what achievements I got as of today, because obviously enough I was talking about achievements and like I'd tell you guys later, but I never did. Alright, hold on. Okay, so the achievements that I have gotten are our victories are mounting, complete 10 quests. I got that earlier. I'm only listing off the achievements I got today, by the way, during this session, which would be January 31st. Yeah, if you're watching this at a much later point, good on ya. Okay, achievement unlocked, the first evil to fall, slay your first boss. Another one unlocked, a collection of treasured antiques. Collect at least 30 heirlooms from a single quest. Yeah, I got a lot of heirlooms. That's why my money is where it's at. And then the last achievement I've gotten so far today, a killer of striking force and wit. Kill 50 enemies with 1 hero. So apparently with at least one of my teammates, I have gone completely to town. So I'm really proud of myself, really proud of my team as a result. And again, just have to say, Lullaby, you are a goddess. You too, Sukai. And really, let's not underplay Aquabreaker and Destined One's, their benefits and their actions during that boss run. You know, without them, of course, Sukai and Lullaby would have been completely exposed and in so much danger and probably wouldn't have survived. So, kudos to Aquabreaker and Destined One. They took a lot of punishment, especially poor Aqua, who is still wanting to get whipped, like on the butt. They did amazingly, that entire team. So let's get people in the sanitarium first to get treated for quirks and diseases. That's usually the first thing that I go to. Actually, you know what? The first thing I want to do is decide what I want to upgrade, building-wise. Can't upgrade the blacksmith yet. I can't upgrade the guild. I got an abysmal amount of portraits. I need more portraits. period. I could honestly use more crests too. Some of these things, like the survivalist camp and the other stage wagon, you know, they go just purely on quests. I could upgrade the gambling, but nah, that's kind of a waste in my head. I could upgrade anything in the Abbey. Reduce treatment costs and increase the number of slots for each section to 2. How many people are stressed out? I have to assume a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 people who need help. Although one of those said people is a Vestal. Tsukai is going to find a lot of help in the Abbey. Aqua would go to the tavern. Lullaby, I don't know where she would go. Astral for sure would not go to the Abbey, or not feel comfortable or get that much help here. I have to assume that class also plays a role in how much stress you get relieved based on what you do, so keeping that in mind. I can upgrade the sanitarium in terms of curing extra diseases or reduce the positive and negative core treatment costs, which I kind of want to do because it costs a lot, especially if they're permanent shit. Nomad wagon. I could upgrade the merchant network, reduces trinket cost by 10, and I actually have enough to get any of these trinkets, but they're commonplace. Dark Frog's still the only person who's died. Poor guy. Alright, yeah, let's upgrade the treatment library. Everything will cost less in the sanitarium now. And anything left over, I guess I could upgrade the gambling. You know, it's like, why not? Might as well use up that leftover bit of stuff and then fixate myself on what I truly want to upgrade next. Reduce treatment costs by 16%.
Strong drink, a game of chance, and companionship. The rush of life.
Alright. Took the time to do that. What next? Anybody have any diseases? Nope, everybody's disease-free, so really all I have to do is decide who to have dealt with in terms of problematic behaviors. Right, Zalzar! He needs to get treated because he has... Oh, he's clumsy too? Yeah, that'll have to be dealt with, but let's deal with the Dark Temptation, because I don't know what it means to be prone to investigating the dark arts, but I can imagine nothing good coming out of it. And of course there's these other things. I can't believe some of these things cost over 5,000-6,000. That's a lot. Clumsy, yeah, that would cost a lot too. Alright. Dark Temptation, remove, please. Salazar, you're going to appreciate this when it's all over. Aqua, you need to get laid. Here's an extra coin, I wasn't here. Man. Alright, Abby, or Tsukai. Alright! Aw, man, I completely forgot the fact that she'll only go to the brothel. Oh no, Tsukai is not happy. Well, Tsukai is going to be out of commission for a while then. Lolly, what would you prefer to do? You could go to the bar, or you can go pray. let's have you pray. Show me the plan. Give me the strength I require. And in Astral, we're going to let you go to the bar. Hell yeah. Alright, we got everybody that I want to have be treated for stress. Being treated for stress. Now, is there anything in terms of skills and items that I want to get? Are there any trinkets that I would want to sell? Because you never know. Sort by rarity first off, that way I don't sell something really, really pricey. Or if I do, I know. My highwayman is Zalzar, right? Yeah, he needs dodge, so keeping the dodgy sheaf, doing him a favor. Tenacity ring. Okay, intuition. Yeah, some of these things pay for a good penny. Actually, you know what? What am I thinking? Sell something if I'm out of money and I need that extra bit of coin. Sometimes I have to question my thought process. Where am I going to embark next is the fun question. There's a bunch of short missions that I can do. And a bunch of people at level 1. Okay, I guess I can go to the Warrens next. This should let me clear a path to the boss if I do this mission right. It's a short one, so I can focus on people who don't have that much experience. Hi, Martin! You're gonna get some action today. What fricking row should I put you in? The front row. Here's what I'm thinking. Front row, he's not going to stay there. He's going to start off with the finale attack. Do a good chunk of damage. And then he'll move all the way to the back row where he cannot be touched. And I think that could be a smart thing to do. Although, I would have to make sure that whoever he hits has very low protect. Maybe this is just a waste. Yeah, I don't think I get finale enough, nor do I really understand the mechanics to utilize it to the best of my ability to really use it. So, Martin, you can go right there. You're kind of a supporty type. Increase your speed and accuracy. Make the enemies bleed a lot. Looks like that's your big thing. You'll just constantly make them bleed. You also have an ability to stab your way forward. Oh, right. Oh, okay. So, finale is essentially just to compensate for the fact that the Dirk Stab is going to put me in a not so favorable position. Oh, okay. So if that's the case, I'd rather not keep the Battle Ballad. We'll just start them off in the third part. Alright, healers. Kick. Ew, your quirks. Dramkus? Hope you don't really have any healing abilities either. Well, I need one healer, like one group healer at least, so Kick, you're gonna be in the back row doing lots of things. And Kick will essentially be the strongest person on the team. Time could use some building up. So could Capo, really, but most of her abilities would require her to be in the third or fourth position, which I can't really do right now. So let's go with Time in the second spot. Most of the enemies are going to bleed from their abilities. Some of them can be marked, so keeping that in mind. These are the two abilities I would try and decide between. Hook and Slice or Finish him. You have a stunning ability, right? I think I'll either put Dave or somebody else here. Can I put Dramkus in the team? Yeah, I can. This is going to be the weird ass experimental team of Dramkus, Time, Gamer Bomb, and Kick, with Kick being the leader of this band of misfits. So how many stun abilities do I have? Healing, melee. Oh, I think these three are the monster moves. Yeah, definitely. These three are ones that are available when you're human. These three are the ones when you're a monster. So I need to actually change to a monster. It'll increase everybody else's stress, but what can you do? And then working off of that. It's just a lot of damage. It's just a lot of damage straight up. Alright, so this is what our team is. So, upgrading people. Upgrading! Solitary robes, better suited to the library than the harsh realities of adventuring, are all the occultist has brought with him. His rituals and chant require deft movements of hand and finger, so better to be unencumbered, that he may channel the power of his morbid fetish, the polished skull of a dead man. Is there any point upgrading the skull? Probably, to do more damage with his spells. I think actually just damage it doesn't matter if it's physical or magical. I think it's just a statistic. But really, let's upgrade to Scholar Robes. That way, Kick has a better chance of surviving in combat. Time Hot favors a hand axe and grappling hook, a pairing that allows him to ensnare and execute his quarry with professional efficiency. His tough leather and scale armor grants decent protection without sacrificing mobility. Yeah, definitely upgrading your axe to a refurbished axe. And then upgrading your rigid leathers to buckled leathers. I'm not being shy about spending money this time around. That's for sure. Oh, did I compensate for what kind of team I have based on Gamer Bomb moving? Shit, I didn't think about that. Hold on. Yeah, first row, he can do stuff. Second row, he can do stuff. Okay. Team will compensate. I just need to make sure that I always reset it so that the Jester's in the third row and Kick is in the very back. I had to keep that in mind. As for Dramkus, upgrade his health and his dodging. So he goes from Rusted to Iron Chains. He has a lot more HP now. Protected by Cursed Chains and a thick leathery hide, Abomination can withstand the pressures of frontline combat, as well as any plated footmen. Do I want to upgrade his claws right now? Yeah, why not? I upgraded Time's weapon. Incubating mutation to a progressive mutation. Increases damage and crit. Eventually I want to upgrade the blacksmith. Allow weapon upgrades to level 3. It would require a massive amount of deeds though, so I'm gonna have to work with this. Alright, so now the guild. The fun stuff. Starting off with Martin because he's the new guy. I don't really want to mess with this. Solo, I don't think I need. And his abilities, Dirk Stab and Finale, work hand in hand. Then he has to use the Dirk Stab to move back into the third spot again, and then start harvesting and slicing again. So, lots of cutting. Ugh. Okay, Dramkus, we're gonna upgrade some of these things here. How does this upgrade work? Oh, it increases the amount of damage that you can do. Let's focus on these. Makes this much more accurate, better crit. Alright. Let this be more likely to hit. Make this more likely to hit. Come hither and hook and slice. Do I want to upgrade these? Not come hither, but yeah, I think that's good too. Definitely upgrade his heal. And I think that's good. Actually, let's very quickly upgrade his transform. Okay. That's all I'm gonna do. Alright, so now I'm just gonna BRB really quickly and then we will continue and actually go on a mission. Again, took a long time to do this. I feel it's worth it. I want to give you guys an idea of my thought process as I continue onward in our attempt to, well, win this game with as little casualties as possible.